In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, where the galaxy teeters on the edge of annihilation, the Leagues of Votann stand as a peculiar and enigmatic force. They are a mystery wrapped in ancient lore, a testament to resilience and innovation, and a faction unlike any other. Known colloquially as the Kin, these descendants of humanity have charted their own path across the stars, thriving in the galactic core's perilous voids where most would dare not venture. Their emergence onto the wider galactic stage has sent shockwaves through the Imperium, Xenos species, and the ruinous powers alike, as all struggle to comprehend the true nature of these interstellar pioneers. The galaxy is an unforgiving place where survival often demands unyielding adaptation or complete submission to one of its myriad omnipotent forces. Yet the Leagues of Votann have achieved a balance few can claim. They do not kneel to the Emperor of mankind, nor do they succumb to the temptations of chaos or the tyranny of Xenos overlords. Instead, they serve the Votann, massive ancient data constructs that act as their guiding intelligences. These Votann are far more than mere relics of a forgotten age. They are living repositories of knowledge, strategy, and culture, central to the very existence of the Kin. Despite their shared origins with humanity, the Leagues of Votann are more than human. Millennia of genetic and cultural divergence, coupled with their use of advanced cloning technologies and bioengineering, have created a people uniquely suited to their environment. Their society is one of collectivism, bound by oaths of loyalty and driven by the pursuit of prosperity, yet tempered by a practicality that shuns waste and inefficiency. They are master artisans, resourceful miners, and skilled warriors, wielding technological marvels that rival even the Adeptus Mechanicus. For eons, the Kin operated in relative secrecy, content to focus on their own survival and enrichment in the galactic core's volatile regions. But the tides of history are ever-changing, and events have conspired to draw them into the broader conflicts of the galaxy. Their newfound prominence has not gone unnoticed, and where the Leagues of Votann tread, curiosity and conflict follow. This prologue sets the stage for a deeper exploration of the Kin's defining characteristics, society, and their sudden rise to relevance. What is the source of their power, and how have they survived in the galaxy's most inhospitable regions? What role do the ancient Votann Constructs play in shaping their destiny? And perhaps most intriguingly, what is their ultimate purpose as they step into the limelight of the galaxy's endless wars? The answers to these questions lie at the heart of the Leagues of Votann, whose story is a blend of pragmatism, perseverance, and the mysteries of an ancient legacy. As we delve into their narrative, we begin to uncover the threads that make them one of Warhammer 40,000's most fascinating factions. Their emergence is not just a tale of survival, but a testament to the enduring spirit of ingenuity and unity in the face of a universe defined by chaos and destruction. The origins of the Leagues of Votann are steeped in mystery, wrapped in the shadows of humanity's ancient diaspora across the stars. In a time long before the tumultuous events of the Horus Heresy or the founding of the Imperium, humanity embarked on an age of unparalleled exploration and colonization. This was the Dark Age of technology, a period marked by astonishing scientific advancement and expansion. It was during this time that the seeds of what would become the Kin were sown, though their path diverged from the rest of humanity in ways that are still not fully understood. The ancestors of the Kin were among those who ventured into the galaxy's most perilous and resource-rich regions, the Galactic core. This area, fraught with intense gravitational forces, deadly radiation, and unstable stars, presented a nearly insurmountable challenge to most colonists. Yet those who would become the Kin possessed the knowledge, tools, and determination to endure. Their survival was not simply a matter of fortitude, but of transformation. Over countless generations, these pioneers adapted to their harsh environment, their bodies and minds shaped by necessity and advanced genetic engineering. This process of adaptation, guided by technologies now lost to the ages, gave rise to a people uniquely suited to thrive in the galactic core. Central to their survival was their reliance on the Votann, ancient and enigmatic machines that served as repositories of data, memory, and wisdom. These constructs, often referred to as ancestor cores, are thought to predate even the dark age of technology. They provided their fledgling society with the knowledge to mine rare resources, craft resilient starships, and develop technologies capable of countering the region's many hazards. Over time, the Votann became more than just tools. They evolved into the cultural and spiritual heart of the kin, revered as living embodiments of their ancestors' will. The kin formed tightly knit collectives known as leagues to ensure their mutual survival. These leagues were bound by oaths of loyalty and a shared commitment to prosperity and unity. Each league developed its own traditions and specializations, yet all were guided by the principles of practicality and cooperation. In the galactic core, where every resource was hard-earned and every decision carried life or death consequences, waste and inefficiency were anathema. This pragmatism became a defining feature of their culture, reflected in their technology, governance, and even their warfare. Unlike the fragmented and often strife-ridden history of humanity elsewhere, the kin avoided many of the pitfalls of disunity and internecine conflict. Their focus on collective prosperity and adherence to strict codes of honor allowed them to navigate the challenges of their environment without succumbing to the chaos that plagued other human colonies. This unity was further reinforced by their biological uniqueness, engineered during the early stages of their development to ensure resilience, durability, and compatibility with their harsh surroundings. Yet their isolation was not absolute. The kin occasionally encountered other human factions and alien species, though these interactions were often brief and fraught with tension. To outsiders, the kin appeared as enigmatic miners or traders, wielding advanced technology and offering rare resources in exchange for materials they could not procure themselves. These exchanges were pragmatic and devoid of sentimentality, reflecting the kin's focus on survival above all else. Over millennia, the kin refined their society and honed their skills, becoming unparalleled experts in mining, crafting, and warfare. Their technology, built to endure the extremes of the galactic core, surpassed much of what the Imperium would later develop. From their heavily armored exosuits to their devastating energy weapons, every tool and weapon was a testament to their ingenuity and resourcefulness. As the galaxy shifted around them, empires rising and falling, chaos spreading its insidious influence, the kin remained steadfast in their isolation. They watched from afar as humanity's grand civilization collapsed into the age of strife and the Imperium emerged from its ashes. The kin, however, had no interest in the Imperium's dogma or its unyielding demands for fealty. They had long since forged their own path, one dictated not by faith but by reason, tradition, and the wisdom of the Votann. This self-reliance and independence set the stage for their eventual emergence onto the galactic stage. While they remained hidden for much of their history, focusing on their own survival and prosperity, the increasing pressures of resource scarcity, Xenos aggression, and the encroachment of the Imperium have drawn the leagues of Votann into the broader conflicts of the galaxy. Their unique blend of ancient wisdom, technological mastery, and cultural unity makes them a force to be reckoned with. A faction born of necessity, defined by resilience, and poised to leave an indelible mark on the galaxy. The emergence of the Leagues of Votann was not a single event, but the culmination of countless factors intertwined across millennia. Their origins are rooted in the chaos and ambition of humanity's dark age of technology, a time of unparalleled expansion and experimentation. During this era, the drive to conquer the stars pushed humanity to explore regions of the galaxy that were thought to be uninhabitable, including the treacherous zones near the galactic core. The colonization of these perilous regions was no mere act of chance. It was a calculated response to the growing need for resources and knowledge to sustain humanity's burgeoning empire. The galactic core was an untamed frontier of immense potential, its stars brimming with minerals, rare elements, and untapped energy. These resources were critical to fuel the rapid advancements of the era, including the development of artificial intelligences, interstellar ships, and sophisticated weaponry. Yet mining these riches demanded unprecedented ingenuity. The regions were marked by intense gravitational forces, unstable stellar phenomena, and an overwhelming scarcity of habitable worlds. Most early human expeditions failed, their ships lost to radiation storms or crushed by the immense forces of the core's gravity wells. However, those who succeeded became pioneers, laying the groundwork for the eventual rise of the kin. To survive these challenges, the ancestors of the kin relied on technologies that humanity had only just begun to master. Genetic engineering became a cornerstone of their efforts, allowing them to adapt to environments where traditional life could not endure. Their physiology was modified for endurance, resistance to radiation, and tolerance to hostile atmospheres. This deliberate engineering process ensured that future generations could thrive in conditions that would kill unaltered humans. These settlers were not mere wanderers. They carried with them the most advanced tools and constructs of the time, including the Votann, massive data repositories that contained the accumulated wisdom of the dark age of technology. These machines were more than simple databases. They were dynamic intelligences capable of learning, advising, and guiding the fledgling colonies. The Votann became both mentors and protectors, aiding in the optimization of mining efforts, the design of settlements, and the development of defensive strategies. Over time, these constructs were elevated to a near-sacred status within their society, revered not only for their knowledge, but as embodiments of the ancestors who had first ventured into the galactic core. The fall of the Dark Age of technology and the subsequent Age of Strife played a critical role in isolating these early settlers from the rest of humanity. As warp storms engulfed the galaxy, cutting off interstellar travel and communication, the colonies in the core were left to fend for themselves. This period of isolation forced the burgeoning kin society to become entirely self-sufficient. They refined their technologies, expanded their knowledge, and developed a robust system of governance based on shared resources and collective decision-making. Their survival was predicated on unity and efficiency, values that became central to their culture. The harshness of the core also shaped their worldview. In an environment where every resource was scarce and every mistake could be fatal, the settlers adopted a pragmatic approach to life. Wastefulness and excess were seen as mortal sins, while resourcefulness and ingenuity were celebrated. This ethos extended to their dealings with one another, fostering a culture of mutual respect and cooperation. It also informed their approach to technology. Every piece of equipment, from mining tools to war machines, was built to last, designed with functionality and resilience in mind. While the kin were largely cut off from the larger galaxy during this time, their isolation was not absolute. Over the millennia, they encountered rogue traders, exploratory fleets, and alien civilizations, many of whom sought to exploit the resources of the galactic core. These encounters often ended in conflict, as the kin fiercely defended their territory and autonomy. The need to protect their holdings and people drove the development of advanced weapons and defensive technologies, ensuring that they could hold their own against any foe. Despite their success, the kin were not immune to the pressures of their environment. Resource scarcity, increasing incursions by hostile forces, and the slow degradation of their ancient technologies forced them to adapt and innovate continuously. The Votann, while immensely valuable, were not infallible. Over time, their vast stores of knowledge became corrupted or fragmented, introducing new challenges for the kin to overcome. Yet these struggles only strengthened their resolve, forging a society that was as resilient as the worlds they inhabited. Ultimately, the emergence of the Leagues of Votann was the result of countless factors converging over millennia. The ambition and ingenuity of humanity's Dark Age pioneers, the isolating effects of the Age of Strife, and the unique challenges of the galactic core all played critical roles in shaping their destiny. These conditions did not merely force the kin to survive, they compelled them to thrive, forging a culture, society, and identity that would one day make them one of the galaxy's most formidable and enigmatic factions. Their story is not just one of adaptation, but of transformation, proving that even in the harshest environments, innovation and unity can light the way to greatness. The evolution of the Leagues of Votann spans millennia, marked by significant milestones that shaped their identity and solidified their position in the galaxy's most treacherous regions. Their development can be divided into distinct phases, each defined by challenges, adaptations, and triumphs that collectively forged a society unlike any other. In the earliest phase, during the Dark Age of technology, the settlers who would become the kin laid the groundwork for their future. Equipped with cutting-edge tools and guided by the ancient Votann Constructs, these pioneers established their first colonies within the Galactic core. The initial settlements were modest, primarily focused on extracting resources and surviving the brutal conditions of their new environment. They dug deep into asteroid fields and hollowed out planets, creating fortified hubs that could withstand the core's relentless hazards. This era saw the kin mastering techniques of deep space mining, gravity manipulation, and radiation shielding, technologies essential for their survival. As their numbers grew and their technology advanced, the kin entered a period of consolidation. The settlers began to organize themselves into structured collectives, formalizing the leagues as political and social entities. These leagues were built on principles of mutual support and shared prosperity, with each member contributing to the collective's success. To prevent internal strife, the leagues developed an intricate system of oaths and codes that governed every aspect of their interactions, from trade agreements to military alliances. This emphasis on honor and cooperation allowed the leagues to function efficiently, even in the face of immense external pressures. The Age of Strife was a defining period for the kin. As the warp storms cut off the galaxy's trade routes and communication networks, the leagues found themselves completely isolated. For many civilizations, this era was one of decline and despair, but for the kin, it was an opportunity to further hone their independence. They turned inward, focusing on refining their technologies and deepening their understanding of the Votann Constructs. During this time, the leagues developed their iconic exo-armor, advanced mining vehicles, and potent weaponry, ensuring their continued dominance in the core's unforgiving environment. It was also during this period that the leagues perfected their genetic and societal engineering. They streamlined their reproduction processes, relying on cloning and advanced bioengineering to maintain their population without overburdening their resources. This innovation ensured that every member of the kin was optimally suited to their role within the collective, whether as a miner, technician, or warrior. The isolation of the Age of Strife also reinforced the kin's self-reliance and pragmatism, further embedding these traits into their culture. The Great Crusade and the rise of the Imperium marked the beginning of the next phase in the development of the leagues. Although the kin remained largely hidden from the Imperium's expansion, they were not entirely untouched by its reach. Occasional encounters between Imperial explorers and the leagues were recorded, though these interactions were often fleeting and marked by mutual suspicion. The kin viewed the Imperium's zealous faith and hierarchical structure as antithetical to their own values of rationality and collectivism, while the Imperium saw the kin as an anomaly, advanced humans who had thrived without the Emperor's light. The discovery of the leagues by other Xenos species during this time also shaped their trajectory. The orcs, with their insatiable appetite for war, frequently clashed with the leagues in brutal skirmishes over resource-rich regions. These battles tested the kin's military capabilities, leading to the refinement of their war machines and tactics. The Tyranids and other alien threats posed new challenges, forcing the leagues to develop countermeasures and strategies to protect their holdings. In the millennia following the Imperium's rise, the leagues entered a phase of cautious expansion. While they remained primarily concentrated within the galactic core, the kin began to establish trade networks and mining outposts in nearby regions. This expansion was driven by necessity, as the increasing scarcity of resources within their core territories demanded new sources of wealth. The leagues approached these endeavors with their characteristic pragmatism, avoiding unnecessary risks and engaging with other factions only when it served their interests. In recent centuries, the leagues have faced escalating challenges that threaten their way of life. The encroachment of the Imperium, the growing aggressiveness of the Orcs, and the emergence of new Xenos threats have forced the kin to adapt once again. The degradation of the Votann Constructs, whose ancient knowledge has become increasingly fragmented, presents another pressing concern. Despite these challenges, the leagues have shown remarkable resilience, leveraging their ingenuity and unity to navigate the galaxy's ever-shifting landscape. Today, the leagues of Votann stand as a testament to the power of adaptation and perseverance. From their humble beginnings as pioneers in the galactic core to their current status as a formidable and enigmatic faction, the kin have carved out a unique place in the galaxy. Their development is a story of triumph over adversity, driven by a steadfast commitment to survival and prosperity. As they continue to evolve, the leagues remain a force to be reckoned with, their journey far from over. The kin's long and storied history is marked by many significant moments, but one of the most pivotal events in their existence is known as the Grudge War. This event not only tested their unity and resilience, but also became a defining chapter in their identity as the Leagues of Votann. The Grudge War began as a seemingly isolated skirmish in the galactic core, where the kin had long maintained dominance over the region's valuable mining zones. A small League outpost, tasked with extracting rare minerals from an asteroid field near a neutron star, detected an unidentified fleet encroaching on their territory. Initially believed to be a rogue Xenos mining operation, the fleet revealed itself as part of an expansionist empire seeking to establish control over the core's resources. This marked the first significant encounter between the Leagues and the encroaching forces of the hegemony of Gallari, a powerful Xeno civilization known for its aggressive territorial expansion. The kin, unwilling to relinquish their hard-won territories, prepared for war. The first engagement was swift and brutal. The Gallari, armed with advanced energy-based weaponry and a fleet of swift, maneuverable ships, underestimated the resilience of the kin's defenses. The asteroid outpost, though small, was equipped with state-of-the-art turrets, shield generators, and hardened bunkers. The defenders held their ground, inflicting heavy losses on the invaders. However, this initial victory came at a steep cost, as the outpost was left heavily damaged and its mining operations halted. The Leagues responded decisively. Recognizing the threat posed by the Gallari, the High Council of Ancestors convened a rare summit, uniting representatives from multiple leagues. The council declared a state of grudge, a formal acknowledgement of an unforgivable affront to the kin's honor and sovereignty. The declaration triggered a massive mobilization effort, with resources redirected from mining and trade to the production of war machines, the reinforcement of outposts, and the recruitment of additional warriors. The Grudge War escalated rapidly. The Gallari, driven by their belief in their technological superiority, launched a full-scale invasion of kin-controlled space. Their strategy relied on overwhelming their opponents with sheer speed and firepower, striking multiple targets simultaneously to spread the League's forces thin. Yet, the kin's response was one of meticulous precision and calculated resistance. Using their mastery of the core's treacherous terrain, they set traps in asteroid belts, lured the Gallari into radiation fields, and ambushed their fleets in narrow gravitational corridors. Every engagement was planned with the efficiency of an engineer designing a machine, minimizing losses while maximizing damage to the enemy. One of the most defining battles of the war occurred near the Binary Forge, a vital kin manufacturing hub built into the remnants of a shattered moon. The Gallari sought to cripple the League's production capabilities by launching a massive assault on the forge. In response, the kin deployed their most elite Hearthguard warriors, supported by squadrons of heavily armed mining rigs converted into war machines. The battle raged for days, with the binary forge's defenses pushed to their limits. Despite the relentless attacks, the kin held the line, utilizing their superior knowledge of the moon's terrain and their advanced defensive systems. The forge's survival became a symbol of the kin's unyielding resolve and technical ingenuity. The turning point in the Grudge War came when the kin deployed a secret weapon, an experimental fleet of asteroid-class warships outfitted with gravitic annihilator cannons, weapons designed to manipulate gravity itself to catastrophic effect. These ships, built in secret within the Galactic core's deepest recesses, represented the pinnacle of kin engineering. The fleet emerged from hidden slipways and launched a coordinated counteroffensive against the Gallari's central armada. The devastating power of the gravitic annihilators, capable of crushing entire ships into singularities, turned the tide of the war. The Gallari, unable to counter this new technology, suffered catastrophic losses and were forced into a full retreat. The Grudge War ended with a resounding victory for the Leagues of Votann, but its impact extended far beyond the battlefield. It reinforced the importance of unity among the Leagues, proving that only through collective effort could they withstand the galaxy's greatest threats. It also cemented their reputation as a force to be feared and respected, capable of standing against even the most formidable adversaries. In the aftermath of the war, the kin recorded the events in their great chronicles, ensuring that the memory of their struggle and triumph would endure for generations. The Grudge War became a cornerstone of their cultural identity, a reminder of the strength that lies in resilience, cooperation, and the unbreakable bonds of the kin. While the galaxy continued to change around them, the Leagues of Votann emerged from this pivotal conflict stronger, more unified, and more determined than ever to safeguard their way of life. The impact of the Leagues of Votann on the galaxy extends far beyond their immediate territories in the Galactic core. Their unique position as highly advanced, resource-rich, and fiercely independent has influenced both their allies and adversaries in ways that continue to shape the broader narrative of the galaxy. From technological innovation to the delicate balance of power among factions, the kin's actions resonate across the stars. One of the most notable effects of the League's presence is their role in the galactic economy. As master miners and artisans, the kin have access to vast quantities of rare minerals and resources, many of which are difficult or impossible to obtain elsewhere. These materials, combined with their skill in crafting and engineering, have made them critical players in trade and industry. Despite their isolationist tendencies, the kin engage in commerce with other factions when it suits their needs, offering high-quality goods in exchange for items or technologies they cannot easily produce themselves. These interactions have not only bolstered their own prosperity, but also created dependencies in other factions, subtly influencing their decisions and alliances. The Imperium, for example, views the Leagues with a mix of suspicion and reluctant admiration. While their refusal to swear allegiance to the Emperor is seen as heretical, their technological prowess and resource wealth make them valuable trading partners, albeit ones approached with caution. Rogue traders and Mechanicus delegations have been known to risk navigating the treacherous paths into kin territory to secure lucrative deals. These exchanges, though rare, have introduced advanced kin technologies into Imperial hands, subtly altering the balance of power in some regions. However, the kin are careful to protect their most critical innovations, ensuring that no external force can replicate or fully understand the capabilities of their arsenal. For Xenos species, the Leagues represent both an opportunity and a threat. The Orcs, in particular, have become perennial enemies of the kin due to their relentless attempts to plunder the core's resource-rich territories. The resulting conflicts have shaped the tactics and weaponry of both factions, with the kin refining their defenses against Orc brutality and the Orcs adapting their strategies to counter the kin's technological advantages. Similarly, the Tyranids have made incursions into kin-controlled space, seeking to consume the organic and inorganic bounty of the core. These encounters have further reinforced the League's reputation as stalwart defenders, capable of holding their own against even the most overwhelming odds. The League's influence is not limited to material wealth or military might. Their societal structure and culture have also made an impression on those who encounter them. The kin's emphasis on collective welfare, efficiency, and pragmatism contrasts sharply with the hierarchical and often dogmatic systems of the Imperium and other factions. For some, this has sparked curiosity and even envy. The League's ability to maintain unity and prosperity without resorting to authoritarian rule challenges the assumptions of many who believe that strict control is necessary for survival in a galaxy defined by chaos and conflict. Moreover, the kin's deep respect for their ancestors and their unique relationship with the Votann Constructs have introduced an alternative perspective on what it means to revere the past. Unlike the Imperium's worship of technology as sacred relics, the kin approach their heritage with a sense of continuity and purpose. This divergence has led to clashes with the Adeptus Mechanicus, who see the kin's practical use of advanced technology as both fascinating and deeply heretical. The tension between these two technologically driven cultures has, on occasion, erupted into open conflict, further complicating the galaxy's already intricate web of alliances and enmities. The League's steadfast independence also serves as a counterbalance to the galaxy's dominant powers. While they are not outright antagonistic toward the Imperium or other factions, their refusal to align fully with any one group prevents them from being subsumed into larger conflicts. This neutrality has made them a wild card in the galaxy's power struggles, with factions vying to either secure their favor or neutralize their influence. In some cases, this has led to unlikely alliances, as groups with little in common find common cause in dealing with the kin. Perhaps most significantly, the Leagues of Votann embody a vision of survival that differs fundamentally from the rest of the galaxy. In a universe where most factions rely on faith, conquest, or sheer brute force, the kin's reliance on reason, cooperation, and meticulous planning sets them apart. This distinction makes their presence a constant reminder that there are alternative paths to prosperity, even in the face of unrelenting darkness. For many, this is a source of both inspiration and unease, as it challenges the narratives that have defined the galaxy for millennia. The long-term implications of the League's actions and existence are still unfolding. As their influence grows and their presence becomes more widely known, the galaxy's great powers will be forced to reckon with the kin's unique blend of resilience, ingenuity, and determination. Whether as allies, adversaries, or enigmatic neighbors, the Leagues of Votann continue to shape the fate of the galaxy, leaving an indelible mark on its ever-evolving story. The Leagues of Votann are distinguished by a series of unique features that set them apart from every other faction in the galaxy. These aspects are deeply rooted in their history, culture, and environment, forming the foundation of their society and their unparalleled resilience. From advanced technology to a collectivist ethos, the kin's identity is a tapestry woven with threads of pragmatism, innovation, and tradition. At the heart of the League's uniqueness lies their relationship with the Votann Constructs, immense data repositories revered as living embodiments of their ancestors' wisdom. These constructs are not merely tools, but integral to their civilization, acting as decision-making entities, advisors, and even arbiters in disputes. While the galaxy often views artificial intelligences with fear and distrust, the kin see their Votann as sacred and indispensable. The Votann guide the allocation of resources, suggest strategies for survival, and store the accumulated knowledge of millennia. This reliance creates a symbiotic relationship, where the kin safeguard the constructs while benefiting from their unparalleled insights. Another defining aspect of the Leagues is their unparalleled mastery of mining and resource extraction. Operating in the Galactic core, a region where conditions are extreme and resources are both abundant and difficult to access, the kin have developed technologies and methods that are the envy of the galaxy. Their mining operations are supported by highly advanced machinery, including automated drills, gravitic lifters, and industrial rigs outfitted with weaponry for protection. This expertise allows them to harvest rare minerals and elements essential for constructing their robust technologies, making them both self-sufficient and a valuable trade partner for factions desperate for such resources. The kin's technological prowess extends far beyond mining. Their weaponry and armor are marvels of engineering, blending durability with efficiency. From gravitic-based firearms that manipulate gravity to crush or incapacitate foes, to their heavily fortified exo-armor that allows individuals to survive in hostile environments, every piece of equipment is designed with functionality and reliability in mind. Unlike the Imperium, which views innovation with suspicion and reverence, the kin continually refine and improve their technology, ensuring that it remains cutting edge. This adaptive mindset allows them to respond effectively to new threats and challenges, maintaining a technological edge even against the galaxy's most advanced foes. Their societal structure is another aspect that sets them apart. The kin operate within a collectivist framework where the success of the group is paramount. This is not mere rhetoric, but a deeply ingrained philosophy reflected in every aspect of their lives. From childhood, kin are taught the importance of loyalty, mutual support, and the fulfillment of oaths. These principles are formalized through an intricate system of customs and laws that govern interpersonal and interleague relationships. Oaths and promises carry immense weight, and breaking them is considered one of the gravest offenses. Kin society is also notable for its adaptability and meritocratic principles. Individuals are assigned roles based on their skills and aptitudes, with education and training tailored to maximize their potential. Whether a miner, engineer, or warrior, every member of kin society understands their contribution to the collective's survival and prosperity. This focus on specialization and efficiency has created a culture where talent is nurtured and every resource, including human potential, is optimized. The League's approach to warfare is another unique feature. Unlike many factions that rely on overwhelming numbers or sheer brutality, the kin emphasize strategy, precision, and adaptability. Their forces are small but highly skilled, equipped with state-of-the-art weaponry and vehicles. Gravitic tanks, multi-role aircraft, and heavily armed infantry units form the backbone of their military, supported by advanced battlefield sensors and communication systems. The kin's pragmatic approach to combat ensures minimal wastage of resources and personnel, aligning with their broader ethos of efficiency. Their cultural reverence for craftsmanship is also worth noting. The kin take immense pride in their creations, from finely forged weapons to intricately designed machinery. This pride extends to every level of society, with artisans, engineers, and even soldiers viewing their work as a reflection of their identity and commitment to the collective. This focus on craftsmanship has led to the production of tools and technologies that are not only functional, but also enduring, capable of withstanding centuries of use. Another unique feature is the way the kin navigate their environment. The galactic core is one of the most hazardous regions of space, yet the kin have turned these challenges into advantages. Their ships are built to withstand intense gravitational forces, radiation, and other dangers unique to the core. They utilize natural phenomena such as asteroid belts and radiation fields to protect their holdings, often constructing hidden bases and mining facilities in areas inaccessible to others. This deep understanding of their environment, coupled with their technological ingenuity, makes their territories nearly impenetrable. Lastly, the kin's emphasis on tradition and heritage gives their society a profound sense of continuity. While they are innovators, they also place great value on preserving the lessons of their ancestors. Rituals, festivals, and ceremonies honoring their past are central to their identity, reinforcing the bonds that hold their society together. This balance between progress and tradition, ensures that the kin remain grounded even as they adapt to the ever-changing galaxy. In summary, the Leagues of Votann stand apart due to their unique fusion of advanced technology, resource mastery, collectivist values, and cultural pride. These qualities not only ensure their survival in the harshest conditions, but also make them a formidable and enigmatic force in the galaxy. Their existence is a testament to the power of ingenuity and unity, offering a glimpse of what humanity might achieve when driven by pragmatism and purpose. The story of the Leagues of Votann is one of collective strength, but within their ranks and beyond, certain figures stand out as pivotal players who have shaped their destiny. These individuals and entities represent the essence of kin society, their relationships with the wider galaxy, and the struggles that define their existence. At the core of kin society are the Ancestor Lords, the revered leaders of each league. These figures embody the values and traditions of the kin, acting as both political and spiritual leaders. Ancestor Lords are not chosen lightly. They ascend to their roles through demonstrated wisdom, leadership, and an unyielding commitment to their people. Each Ancestor Lord is deeply connected to their League's Votann construct, often serving as its interpreter and protector. They ensure that the construct's guidance is respected and that its ancient wisdom is applied to the collective's benefit. The Ancestor Lords also play a critical role in maintaining unity among the kin, mediating disputes and forging alliances between leagues when necessary. Another prominent group within kin society is the Hearthguard. These elite warriors are the protectors of their league's most sacred assets, from the Votann Constructs to critical mining operations. Hearthguard are chosen from the most experienced and skilled kin warriors, their exo-armor and weaponry representing the pinnacle of kin craftsmanship. They are not only formidable in combat, but also serve as symbols of honor and resilience, embodying the kin's dedication to their collective and their traditions. Hearthguard units are often deployed in times of great crisis, their presence signaling the League's determination to defend what is theirs. Among the kin, the Forge Masters hold a unique position of influence. These master artisans and engineers are responsible for the creation and maintenance of the League's advanced technology. Forge Masters oversee the massive forges and workshops where the kin's gravitic tanks, mining rigs, and weapons are built. Their role extends beyond mere production. They innovate and refine, ensuring that the Leagues remain at the forefront of technological advancement. Forge Masters are often seen as the stewards of the kin's material legacy, their work critical to both survival and prosperity. The Sagasites, a lesser-known but equally vital group, are the historians and lore-keepers of the kin. They maintain the great chronicles, recording the deeds, victories, and grudges of their people. These records are not mere archives. They are living documents that guide the kin in their decisions and strategies. Sagasites are also responsible for interpreting the guidance of the Votann, ensuring that its ancient wisdom is contextualized within the realities of modern kin society. Their work helps preserve the unity and identity of the Leagues, connecting present generations to their storied past. Outside the kin themselves, there are key external figures and factions that have influenced the Leagues of Votann. One such example is the enigmatic rogue traders who occasionally venture into kin territory. These individuals, driven by the promise of wealth and rare technologies, have forged precarious relationships with the Leagues. While the kin approach such interactions with caution, the traders often serve as intermediaries between the Leagues and the wider galaxy, facilitating trade and occasionally brokering uneasy alliances. On the more hostile side, Orc war bosses represent a constant threat to the Leagues. The Orcs' insatiable desire for conquest and their relentless incursions into the galactic core have forced the kin into countless battles. Among the most infamous of these foes is Grok Smashfist, a towering war boss who led a massive whack into kin territory, leaving destruction in his wake. The eventual defeat of Smashfist by the united efforts of several leagues became a celebrated victory, cementing the kin's reputation as a force capable of repelling even the most overwhelming threats. The enigmatic hegemony of Gallari is another significant player in the history of the Leagues. This Xenos civilization, known for its territorial ambition and advanced energy weapons, engaged in the infamous Grudge War with the Kin. The Gallari's attempt to dominate the resource-rich regions of the Galactic core was met with fierce resistance, culminating in a decisive Kin victory. This conflict not only solidified the League's hold over their territory, but also demonstrated their strategic brilliance and the potency of their war machines. Within the broader scope of the galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus also holds a peculiar position in relation to the Leagues. While the Mechanicus views the Kin's technological advancements with a mixture of envy and suspicion, their interactions have been marked by both trade and conflict. Tech priests often see the Kin's mastery of gravitic technology and their use of the Votann Constructs as both a heretical affront to the machine god and a tantalizing mystery to be unraveled. Skirmishes between the Mechanicus and the Kin have been recorded, particularly when the former sought to acquire forbidden knowledge or artifacts from Kin holdings. The Tyrannid Hive fleets, ever expanding and insatiable, also play a crucial role in the League's narrative. Encounters with these bioorganic monstrosities have tested the Kin's adaptability and resourcefulness. Notably, the defense of the Forge Hold of Blackstone against a Tyrannid splinter fleet showcased the Kin's unparalleled ability to combine advanced technology with tactical ingenuity. The victory not only safeguarded critical resources, but also reinforced the League's reputation as indomitable defenders. These figures and factions illustrate the interconnectedness of the Leagues of Votann with the wider galaxy. Whether allies, adversaries, or internal leaders, each has contributed to the complex tapestry of their history. Together, they highlight the resilience, ingenuity, and determination that define the Kin and their enduring presence in a universe fraught with chaos and conflict. The Leagues of Votann are shrouded in layers of mystery, their secrets as deep and impenetrable as the galactic core they inhabit. These enigmas are not merely the product of their isolation, but stem from their unique culture, ancient origins, and the profound technological artifacts they protect. For outsiders, these secrets are as alluring as they are impenetrable, and even among the Kin, there are mysteries that remain unanswered. The most significant and guarded secret of the Leagues lies in the nature of the Votann Constructs themselves. These immense repositories of knowledge, revered as living ancestors, are said to predate the age of Strife, perhaps originating during the height of humanity's dark age of technology. Their true origins remain a mystery, even to the Kin. Over millennia, the Votann have suffered from data corruption and fragmentary degradation, rendering parts of their vast archives inaccessible or unintelligible. Despite this, the constructs retain enough functionality to guide the Kin, making them indispensable to their survival. What remains unclear, however, is whether the Votann are entirely benign. Some Kin have whispered fears that the construct's increasing malfunctions might one day lead to catastrophic misjudgments or even pose a direct threat to their people. Another enigma surrounds the genetic engineering techniques used to shape the Kin. The origins of these methods are lost to history, with only fragments preserved in the chronicles. The process by which the Kin were adapted to their harsh environment is believed to have been guided by the Votann, yet the specifics remain elusive. Questions linger about whether this engineering was entirely benevolent or if it carried unintended consequences. Certain genetic markers found within the Kin hint at modifications that serve no clear purpose, leading to speculation about hidden traits or dormant abilities that may one day awaken. The Forge Holds themselves, massive subterranean cities and industrial complexes built into asteroids, moons, and planets, also conceal secrets. Many of these structures were constructed during the earliest days of the Leagues, using technologies that are no longer fully understood. Within their depths are chambers sealed off for centuries, their contents unknown even to the current generations of Kin. Some believe these rooms contain prototypes of weapons too dangerous to use, while others think they house ancient artifacts tied to the Votann, or even records of their forgotten origins. These sealed spaces remain a tantalizing puzzle, their secrets fiercely protected by the League's most vigilant guardians. Another mystery is the origin of the kin's gravitic technology, which is unmatched in the galaxy. The Leagues utilize gravitic manipulation for mining, transportation, and warfare, with weapons capable of bending gravity to devastating effect. While the Imperium's Mechanicus and other factions have long sought to replicate these innovations, the principles behind them remain inscrutable. The kin's ability to harness such power suggests access to knowledge far beyond what even the most advanced factions in the galaxy can comprehend. Whether this knowledge is entirely the work of the Votann or derived from some other forgotten source is a question that continues to provoke speculation. Even the kin's historical records, preserved meticulously by the Sagasites, contain gaps that defy explanation. Certain periods of their history are conspicuously absent, as if intentionally erased. These omissions are troubling to the kin, who place immense value on their ancestral legacy. Some theorize that these gaps are the result of deliberate acts by the Votann, perhaps to suppress knowledge deemed dangerous. Others suspect external interference, though who or what might have the capability to manipulate the League's archives remains unknown. Beyond their internal secrets, the League's interactions with the wider galaxy also fuel intrigue. Despite their isolation, they have occasionally engaged with other factions, forging alliances or trading advanced technologies. Yet, these encounters are often veiled in secrecy, with few outside the Leagues fully understanding the terms or outcomes. There are persistent rumors of hidden pacts with rogue traders, clandestine agreements with elements of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and even shadowy dealings with alien species. These relationships suggest a level of political and strategic maneuvering that contrasts sharply with the kin's otherwise pragmatic and straightforward nature. The kin's handling of grudges, a cornerstone of their culture, also holds an element of mystery. Grudges are meticulously recorded and acted upon, often across generations. While this practice reinforces their cultural values, some grudges appear to be based on events or offenses that are no longer fully understood. These ancient grievances, passed down without context, hint at long-forgotten conflicts or betrayals. The persistence of such grudges raises questions about their origins and whether they serve a deeper purpose within kin society, perhaps as a mechanism to maintain unity and vigilance. One of the most tantalizing mysteries is the kin's ultimate purpose. While they are fiercely protective of their territories and traditions, there are whispers among their own ranks that the Votann have a greater plan for them, one not yet fully revealed. The cryptic guidance occasionally offered by the Constructs, coupled with their vast but fragmented knowledge, suggests that the Leagues may have a role to play in the galaxy's broader fate. Whether this purpose aligns with the kin's understanding of themselves or represents a divergence remains an open question, one that many among the Leagues are hesitant to confront. In the end, the Leagues of Votann thrive not only because of their resilience and ingenuity, but also because of their ability to guard their secrets. These mysteries, both internal and external, add layers of complexity to their story, making them one of the galaxy's most enigmatic factions. For the kin, these secrets are both a source of strength and a potential burden, carrying with them the weight of ancient knowledge, forgotten histories, and uncertain futures. As the galaxy churns in ceaseless conflict, the Leagues of Votann stand as a testament to endurance, unity, and pragmatism. Their story is one of survival against impossible odds, of a people who have carved out a place for themselves in the most hostile reaches of space. Yet their tale is far from over. In the vast, turbulent theater of the 41st millennium, the kin remain an enigmatic force, their true potential and purpose still unfolding. The kin's resilience is rooted in their identity, forged in the crucible of the Galactic Core's brutal conditions. Their culture, centered on collective welfare, unshakable honor, and the wisdom of the ancestors, provides a foundation that has endured for millennia. Even as their Votann Constructs grow older and more fragmented, their society continues to adapt, finding new ways to preserve their heritage while embracing innovation. This balance of tradition and progress is a hallmark of the kin and a key to their survival. In the larger galactic landscape, the Leagues of Votann represent both a challenge and an opportunity. To the Imperium, they are a troubling anomaly, human yet apart, advanced yet independent of the Emperor's light. To Xenos factions, they are a rival, a mystery, and a source of coveted resources and technology. Their steadfast neutrality and cautious diplomacy allow them to navigate these precarious relationships. But as the galaxy grows ever darker, maintaining this balance becomes increasingly difficult. The kin's influence is felt far beyond their core territories. Their technologies, traded sparingly, shape battles and industries in distant regions. Their martial prowess, honed through countless wars against orcs, tyranids, and other threats, leaves an indelible mark on those who encounter them. Yet, the greatest impact of the Leagues may lie not in their actions but in their example, a vision of survival through reason, unity, and ingenuity, standing in stark contrast to the chaos and fanaticism that dominate the galaxy. As the tides of war swell around them, questions about the League's future loom large. Will they remain steadfast in their isolation, safeguarding their territories and traditions? Or will the pressures of the wider galaxy force them to take a more active role in shaping its destiny? The fractured knowledge of the Votann suggests that the ancestors once foresaw a greater purpose for their descendants. Whether this purpose will be fulfilled or lost to the mists of time is a question that lingers in the minds of the kin. In the face of these uncertainties, the kin endure. They mine the core's depths, forge their indomitable machines, and defend their homes with unyielding resolve. Their story is one of perseverance, written not in the grandiose terms of conquest or domination, but in the quiet strength of a people who refuse to be broken. The galaxy may not yet fully understand the Leagues of Votann, but their presence is a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is room for resilience, ingenuity, and hope. The Leagues of Votann remain a force to be reckoned with, their path shrouded in mystery and possibility. As their story continues, one truth becomes increasingly clear. In the endless struggle for survival in the 41st millennium, the kin will endure, guided by the wisdom of their ancestors and the unbreakable bonds that define them. Their legacy, though still unfolding, is destined to leave an indelible mark on a galaxy in perpetual turmoil.